Right, I'm going to try and finish off the front panel today. What I've done, I've used an inkjet printer and I've printed out a very carefully scaled version of the front panel. I actually found a copy online which wasn't far out. Let's touch it up a little bit, but it seems okay. I think it'll do the job. What I'm going to do, once it's done, I'm just going to lacquer it, and hopefully that will hold the colour and everything. So we'll wait and see. The most tedious bit is going to be cutting all these holes out, obviously. The way I'm going to do that is I've got these hollow punches I bought off eBay. You can get a whole set of them for about £10 or £12. There's a 1/4 inch one for the switches and a 3/16 one for the LEDs. Punching the holes, you've got to be fairly careful. Obviously you've got to get it in the right place, but you need the right sort of backing as well. So what I've done, I've got a layer of the same paper I printed on and just some ordinary thin paper on top of it, and I'm going to punch down onto that. So if I line this up, it's really just a matter of get over the bit where I'm going to punch it. It's going to be 1/4 inch ones. This is going to be a switch I'm going to cut out first. And we need to line that up really carefully. Over the hole best you can, and give it an almighty whack. And there you go. There's your hole. You can just see it there if I put my finger behind it. Right. So I've got a bit of a job on my hands now. I'm going to punch all these holes and we'll come back and have a look, see what it looks like. One thing to watch though, of course, is that every time you punch a hole there'll be a chunk of paper in there, and after a while they'll build up and cause you problems, so don't forget to dig those out as you go along. Okay. Right, I've got all the holes punched now, and I've laid the dress panel over the switches and the LEDs. It's not a perfect fit, obviously, but he'll do. What I've done is that along the bottom here I've used low tack masking tape just to protect the bottom of the dress panel when I'm gluing it, and I've covered the bottom bit here as well because that's just a sort of plain brushed finish on the finished panel. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this fast tack spray glue. I'll do that off camera because the last time I did it was a fairly sort of frantic affair. So I'll do that, and then when I've got it all glued down we can start trimming it up. Okay, right, I've got everything stuck on now. Okay, all we're missing now is the Altair sort of logo along the bottom. What I've done for that, I've got these clear printable self-adhesive sticker sheets. You can just inkjet print onto them, and they've got a sort of an adhesive backing. The only problem with them is if you touch the back it really marks it badly, so what I'm going to try and do is position it with a couple of bits of tape. Right, let's get some tape out. Hopefully putting a bit of masking tape on each end I can pull it with the masking tape to get it to line up and then press it down. Right, there we go, so I've got a bit of tape on either end. Right, let's get the backing off. Right, sorry about that, and finally got the backing off and the camera went nuts. Anyway, got it lined up with the tape, that worked okay. All you got to do is make sure the M in mitts, so you can see, the M in mitts there needs to line up with the on-off switch and it's in the right place. Right, so all I did was just pulled it tight with the tape and then rubbed it down, so that seems to work quite well. It hasn't left any horrible marks on the back. Oh, there we go. Right, so that's all done now. There we go. It's a bit more original, doesn't it? Right, what I'll do now is I'll take this outside and lacquer it. I've got some satin finished lacquer, so I think that'll produce a reasonable result. I've done a quick test spray, so tried a bit on here, and it seems to be coming out quite well. It's nice and strong as well. None of the ink's coming off or anything, nothing's run, so that looks good. Right, there we go, it's all lacquered now. Come out reasonably well. Seems to, doesn't mark or anything now, which is good. So I'll pop that back in the case in a minute. Talking of the case, I did plan to actually spray the case, but in the end I used vinyl wrap and it's actually come out quite well. Anything you need to watch with it is when you go to a really tight edge like this, when you've got to bend it over, you need to put a bit of heat in there. Other than that sort of sets the adhesive, otherwise it'll peel off after a while. That's what it actually looks like. Quite thick. You'll see the thickness of it, but it seems to work quite well. Right, I'll pop all this stuff back in the case, and we'll see what it looks like. Right, there we go then. Everything's back together again. Everything's working. I'll just pop the lid off so you can have a look inside. There we go. Here we go. There's no back panel as yet. Power supplies down there. We've got the relay still there. We've got the FDC card that's supplying the RAM and ROM and the floppy disk controller. We've got the 2SIO. We've got the processor card. We've got the card that I'm using for the memory write for the time being. And on the end is a solid state music IO4 card. Just put up another video on that if you're interested. So no rear panel, so that's obviously next on the list. So that'll do it for this one, and I'll see you next time.